Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, our IRENA colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and privilege to be with you, albeit virtually, on the important occasion of the launch of the Africa Regional Market Analysis Report, jointly prepared by the International Renewable Energy Agency and the African Development Bank. I would like to extend special thanks to Director General Francesco La Camara and his team at IRENA for their dedicated efforts in achieving this milestone. The clean energy transition is at the core of Africa's sustainable development and economic transformation, offering a real opportunity for the continent to avoid inefficient and polluting systems. However, while Africa is blessed with abundant renewable energy sources, related investment flows in Africa remains insignificant. For instance, of the approximately $2.8 trillion invested in renewable energy globally between 2000 and 2020, only 2% came to Africa. With about 600 million Africans without access to electricity and with ambitions for socio-economic transformation, business as usual will not be sufficient to bridge the investment deficit. Africa, therefore, requires a significant increase in investments to meet the Sustainable Development Goals. On its part, the Africa Development Bank is fully committed to anchoring energy access on the continent based on renewable energy. This is evident from our investment portfolio, which is over 80% renewable since 2016. The launch of regional initiatives such as Desert to Power, which will generate 10,000 megawatts of solar power in the Sahel to supply over 250 million people, further demonstrates the bank's renewable ambitions. Apart from investments, we are increasing the number of green finance products that aim to crowd in investors and capital markets into renewable energy sector. One such product is the Sustainable Energy Fund for Africa, or SEFA, which is a blended finance facility that de-risks commercial investments to develop green baseload. Others include the Facility for Energy Inclusion, or FEI, and the Leveraging Energy Access Finance, otherwise we call LEAF, which provides flexible debt solutions to emerging energy access businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, these efforts and the deployment of the bank's capital across public and private sectors is expected to catalyze tens of billions of dollars in support of SDG number 7. However, these resources will not be enough for the challenge ahead. Concerted efforts from all stakeholders is therefore required. Hence, the Africa Regional Market Analysis Report, developed in collaboration with the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, proposes a calibrated energy transition framework to help Africa policymakers identify, prepare, and foster symbiotic relationship between energy transition and socio-economic development. It does so by recognizing that no two countries are similar and that one size does not fit all. Hence, each will embark on energy transition from different starting points based on its particular circumstances, and further that decisions must be adapted to specific regional, national, and subnational contexts while drawing on international best practice. The report underscores that renewable energy options can power Africa's economic future while helping to restore and maintain environmental quality, and further that sustainable energy development will critically influence Africa's post-COVID-19 recovery while also creating significant employment opportunities. Additionally, the report observes that Africa's energy transition will need to be supported through targeted upstream interventions to pave the way for investments in generation, transmission, and distribution, as well as decentralized energy access solutions. It is expected that such interventions will address issues such as weak transmission and distribution networks, limited capacity of grids to integrate larger shares of variable renewables, incoherent policy and regulatory frameworks, lack of cost-reflective tariffs, financial sustainability of off-takers, human capacity constraints, among others. Further, that enhanced regional integration of Africa's power systems that support the creation of the single African electricity market is another imperative for the continent's energy transition. Finally, the report notes that structural policies that improve domestic skills, leverage local resources, develop homegrown industries, and which allow the energy transition to yield maximum socioeconomic benefits are needed. The report concludes that the energy transition provides a path towards inclusive development and that a broad institutional and programmatic framework, an African Green Deal, is needed to mobilize the required resources and coordinate policy actions at the appropriate scale and speed. In this regard, I must observe that with the support of countries and partners such as IRENA, the Bank's overarching energy strategy, the New Deal on Energy for Africa, which has universal access to energy at its core, could underpin the African Green Deal, thereby enabling Africa lead the way in entrenching renewables as a principal source of energy on the continent. Finally, I hope that this report will facilitate discussions that help firm up requisite interventions for a successful, just, and equitable energy transition in Africa. I wish you all fruitful deliberations.